2-time state champions. They're rare, but I've reeled another one in. I'm here today with the 2018 heavyweight state champion from Johnson Central, Byron Pierce. Byron, thank you for having me. Now, what you're looking at inside here is Byron's gym here and his family built during the... Tell us the story how the gym come about first off.
Well, I was wrestling at Midway and we got sent home for COVID. And then we was like, well, you know, that sucks because all the gyms had closed down, everything closed down. So Dad was just like, well, we'll just build a weight room up there.
Yeah, well, and it's up here behind his house, and you kind of took part of it. Byron now is a current Midway wrestler. We'll get into that just a little bit. But before we get to Midway, Byron, tell us, how did wrestling find you? How did you find wrestling?
I started wrestling in 3rd grade. My dad wrestled in high school, and he just, in 3rd grade, he took me up on, whenever it was still up on the platform in the gym. He took me up there, and Coach Matney just pretty much told me I was a wrestler, and I wrestled.
Pretty much just from there on, you was a part of the wrestling team, and also in high school, you played football. You were part of the 2016 state championship team for Johnson Central 4A, beat Franklin Simpson in the state championship. So football and wrestling go hand in hand. We know that. If you've been watching this series, you know how many football players have wrestled, vice versa. But we're here today to talk about your 2018 state championship. Before we get to that, though, going into high school, I know Tendai Cherisika talked about this in his videos, but he said he visualized, standing on the podium. He visualized winning the state championship. What was your goal for high school wrestling? Was it just something to do?
It started out, actually, my freshman year, I really didn't want to do it. Mm-hmm. And my dad was like, you're going to wrestle, you're going to wrestle. It started out as a thing to help with football. But then, eventually, I don't know, probably it was the end of my sophomore year, I ended up placing 4th. Mm-hmm. And it was like, that was pretty cool. And I just fell in love with wrestling that year.
And sometimes that's what it takes, is just placing or... So let's go over your bracket real quick. Now it says, according to Track Wrestling, and you confirmed it, going in, you're a junior this year, 2018, you're 51-3.
Yep.
That's a pretty good record. First round, you wrestled Jacob Rohde from Western Hills. You win that by pin in 33 seconds. Second round, you wrestled Wyatt Jones from Louisville Male. You win that by a fall, of course, in 1:14 seconds. Quarterfinals, you wrestled DeJohn Watkins from DeSales. You win the decision on that, 3-0. And I got to referee DeJohn Watkins' 2020 state finals against Irvin from Union County. Irvin won at 7-2 that year. But DeJohn Watkins, to me, what I've seen 2020, 2019, 2018, is he was like a video game boss. You had to beat him to move on. He was good enough to I've got to wrestle my best match, and you won a 3-0 decision, and you've pinned the other two. So DeJohn, you got my respect, man. So the semifinals, you wrestle Jalen Benson from Franklin County. Jalen went on to win 5th place this year in state, but it says you win this by a 1-0 decision. Kind of give us the short version of this. How did you get your point?
Actually, he gave it to me pretty much. I wasn't great in neutral, mm-hmm. but the kid was so athletic, I couldn't really do anything with him. And neutral, first period, nothing really happened. Then second period, I picked bottom.
Right.
And where I picked bottom, his coach was like, no, let him up. Because, if I'd been on bottom, I was better on top and bottom. Mm-hmm. I probably would have been able to get a reversal or something, I don't know. But he picked to let me up in neutral. And then third period, he picked neutral. And, yeah, he just let me up.
Now, we'll remember that name, Jalen Benson, because you'll hear it again just in a minute, I promise. In the finals, you wrestle Kyrus Washington from Dixie Heights. Now, what's crazy about this is Kyrus was ranked number 18 in the nation, and he was coming into the state finals with a 53-0 record. Now, before we get to that, I said Byron was a 2-time state champion. We have the video of his 2018 win, which what this video is. We do not have the video of his 2019 state championship. So we're going to put out a plea. If you have the video of Byron's 2019 state finals or the 2019 state finals in general, please contact me. I would love to get my hands on it. We will come back to Byron's house, do the video with him for us because it deserves its own story. We know video exists of it. We know everybody had one of these in their pocket. We know that there's actual legit footage that the KHSAA or the track wrestling filmed. We just can't find it. So please, please get up with us. Before we get to your 2018 win, let's quickly go over your senior year. It says you're coming in at 48-2. Your team won the state duels championship large school. First round, you pinned Racy Hunter from Ohio County in 34 seconds. Second round, you pinned Blake Young from Oldham County, 4 minutes, 38 seconds. Quarterfinals, you pinned Ian Hughes from Simon Kenton, 2 minutes and 19 seconds. In the semifinals, you won a 5-0 decision over Cody Melton from Louisville Moore, who came in 5th that year. And in the finals of 2019, you wrestled Benson again, but this year you get the fall, 5 minutes and 26 seconds. Now your team come in 2nd place that year at the state meet, and you had Matt Horn, who also won the 195-pound state championship. There's a video for Matt's 2019 win. You got to check that out. So pretty good wrestling career. What do you remember about this match, being the main match, being all the eyes of the state on you? What were you thinking going in?
Well, I was nervous wreck. Like whenever we were, so you know how they had it set up at the Alltech?
Mm-hmm.
They had it set up like you had to stay behind the little curtains that they had set up. And I was sitting over there, and Coach Matt was standing there with me, and he was like, "Byron, you have like literally nothing to lose." And he said, "This kid is supposed to win. He was in finals last year." He said, "So go out there and wrestle your match and just have fun." And like that made me feel a lot better. Like it just took a lot of pressure off my shoulders because I put a lot of pressure on myself in that match. And then Coach Matney told me that, and I was just like, all right.
Well, whatever he told you, it must have worked because you come out and you do what you had to do. And I'll move out of the way this little bit. We got Byron's senior year banner hanging up in his gym. We've also got the brackets that he was awarded. He have them hanging up here in his gym. You guys are seeing photos of that. It's pretty cool. I love seeing the memorabilia. I love seeing the awards and stuff being displayed. So far, the most commented piece of memorabilia somebody's brought out was Tony Condi's Letterman jacket from 1992. I've had more comments and more positive feedback on that than anything so far we've done as far as memorabilia goes. So, future state championship guest, if you can find your Letterman jacket or anything like this, bring it out. People will love to see that kind of stuff. Byron, enough of us talking. You ready to watch this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Now, I'm not going to say something like that and not be able to deliver Byron's Letterman jacket. Byron, you got your Letterman jacket on. You got all your patches on. Football on one side. You got your individual state heavyweight championship patch on the other. What's on the back of it? Anything?
Yeah, I got some wrestling stuff on there.
Got some individual champion, regional championships. But on the front, man, you got that big state championship patch.
Yep. Haven't gotten a chance to get my 2019 one yet.
So it may be a Christmas gift, the 2019 patch. Now, I did say Byron wrestles currently for Midway University. Can't go on without talking about that because might be a little bit of a tease here as well. Last year, 2021, let me correct myself. 2021 season, you finished 12th.
I finished in top 12.
Top
I
12.
made it to the blood round and got beat 3-2 in the blood round.
So you got knocked out in the blood round. It happens. Coming into the 2022 season, you're ranked number 10 preseason. Mm-hmm. You have 2 years of eligibility left. So I'm just saying, we do one of these for when you win the NAIA championship in a couple years. You got 2 more chances. We'll do by then we'll have a video of your 2019. So we'll do 2019 and we'll do a video for when you win your NAIA championship. So hop in front of the camera one last time. Let's see that big nice Letterman jacket. I love this. This is awesome. Give us a spin. Give us the model pose here. All right, man. That is awesome. That is awesome. So second Letterman jacket. So you guys are seeing what we're seeing. 2018 at the Alltech Arena at the Horse Park, Lexington, Kentucky. Heavyweight state finals, 285-pound weight class. And this is your first time of course, you wrestled in finals, tournaments before, regionals, but this is the first time in the main event.
Yeah,
I mean,
big show.
People pay good money for the heavyweight boxing pay-per-views, heavyweight MMA events. Most of the time, the heavyweights are the draw. So, I mean, you're in the heavyweight class. You're the Brock Lesnar. You're the Mike Tyson of this year. You're in the heavyweight finals. Everybody wants to see the heavyweights. Here we go, man. Kyrus. So here we go. Pick it up. I believe you've got Eric Friddle on the whistle as your referee. So what was your go-to takedown here, Byron? What's your go-to?
Well, I remember my junior year, it was digging the underhook
Uh-huh.
and then hit like a duck under off the underhook.
Right.
I was never super successful with it. But at this point, he was just like driving like it was a football game.
Right.
I think he was trying to draw a stall call. But I remember I just had to stay centered here.
Now, locking up, was he stronger? Were you stronger? Do you remember?
I do remember. He was not as strong as I was expecting. I was expecting him to be a lot stronger. I was able to snap him down fairly easy. And then once I figured that out, you can see throughout this match, I go to that quite a bit.
No, you got like you're working a front headlock?
Yep, I'm in a front headlock here.
Now, what is Coach Matney yelling? Because we know he's yelling something at you. What's he yelling at you?
Head in the hole and circle. No, actually right here on the edge of the mat, he's yelling, pull him in, pull him in, pull him in. But he was a big boy. And
Yeah, he's a big dude.
That's hard to do. He was really good about staying right on the edge. Whenever I'd snap him down, he'd back out.
I think you may have Rocky Durham as the assistant. So you got two really good referees here.
Right.
No, you've got Brett Branson. Yeah, you got Brett. So you got two really good. No, I mean, Brett's my boy Rocky. You know I love you. I thought that's who it was.
See, he's got that underhook
Right.
in. I'm trying to get away from it without having too much, without having any damage really.
Mm-hmm.
There we go, I got it out.
I got 3, 2, 1, time. So flip. So you defer. Was that an automatic defer? Was that coach telling you? Or?
I defer every time. Still to this day, I'll defer if it's second period, my choice. See what they do.
Right.
And I was actually really happy to see him pick bottom because I knew I was going to have to ride him out eventually. And I'd rather ride him out right here when I was still fresh.
Now, that right there is something that I know you're really good at, is putting the arm on the back, bumping over, trying for like what they call a picture frame or hammer and nail.
Yep.
I've seen you pin a lot of kids with that.
See, the big thing with this is if you just take, Coach Matney always preached, if you just take one leg of the chair away, then it's going to be unstable. So you pull that arm up and you can pretty well ride them out.
So, are you working to go out of bounds, or?
I'm trying to get his arm in his back, but he was strong. And he had really strong hips too. So whenever I did get his arm on his back, he'd just base up, and I'd have to break him back down.
Right.
I was going for the arm bar. But he wasn't giving it up.
He looks to be a little bit taller than you too.
He is.
I'm saying you're
he's
probably
a couple
about
inches
6'1", 6'2"?
I'm 6'3". He's probably
6'3"?
about 6'4".
Right, 1 minute. Now, can you hear your You know, you got fans when you got family there, your mom, dad, sister, everybody.
I heard my mom. I can hear my mom in this.
That's what I say. I didn't want to say it. I'm glad you said it. I can hear.
Mom.
I can hear it too. Hear her screaming.
Yeah. I can hear. Let's go, Byron. Let's go, Byron.
And this is the KHS or the like the official video. It's not a cell phone on the other side of the arena.
See right here, I'm trying to drive that arm across because he was broken down. And he goes up, and I trip that leg. And if you watch that, his leg bends the wrong way.
Oh my!
And he caused injury time here.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that his leg had bent the wrong way until I'd watched this like the next week whenever they posted it.
Mm-hmm.
And
you got Coach Zane and Coach Matney there.
Yep. And they're just sitting here telling me, you've gone beat, you called injury time, you've gone beat, just keep doing what you're doing.
And you don't look like you're like gassed. Of course, you're getting some water, but you don't look like you're about ready to fall over.
Right, yeah. Coach Matney was really good about keeping us. we was in shape when it was time for state.
And so you're walking around, he's taking injury time. You've had a period and a little bit more, about a period and a minute or so to kind of process. Do you still feel the nerves? Are the nerves gone? Is it just another match?
Honestly, going into this match, I was like, you know what? I probably won't win this match, but I'm going to go out here and give it my best.
Right.
At this point, I'm like, I'm going to win this match.
That's good. Yeah.
I was like, I told that to Coach Matney, actually, whenever he called the injury time. I was like, I'm going to win this match. I didn't know he was actually hurt. I thought he was just trying to catch his breath.
Right. So you've rode him pretty much the entire period, and it doesn't even look like he's had any effort. Like you've been able to ride him the whole time, like nothing has come up, or he's not made any attempt, I guess, of any danger to get up and get his one.
Right.
So now you've taken down. That's a given. You got at least one.
Yeah.
Most coaches yell, one, not two. Now, what's your go-to stand-up? Just whatever works, or
I like to right off the whistle. I like to post that leg and feel like what they're trying to work for, and I just don't want to give them that ankle. And then once I feel what they're trying to work for, I'll either tripod up or I will like knee slide up to my feet. So he would get spurts where he'd just start driving me.
Right.
And whenever he'd do that, I'd be able to snap him down, pretty well get his head under my arm.
Now, had you wrestled him before?
No, this is my first time ever wrestling him. Coach Matney's over there yelling, get control, get control, get control.
Well.
Coach Matney's telling me, you gotta get control. Don't let him be in control.
So it looks like we got, about
49
seconds.
So I finally got my underhook in.
Yep. All right, got you for stalling.
Got me for stalling. I was backing out of the circle. Now, he started driving and I was able to snap him down here.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I'd snap him down, he'd back right out of the circle. And I tried to keep him in, but...
$20 seconds.
All right.
We're out. We're still neutral.
See, if you look right here, I'm grabbing around when I should have been going for that tricep block.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk around right here, and there's a picture of that.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the Ashland Daily Independent. Picture me doing that. And Coach Matney looked at me. He goes, you know that picture, you're doing the wrong thing. I was like, yeah, Coach, I know. I was just trying to survive that little bit.
Trying to survive. There you go. 1-0. A win in the state finals. Hand raised. Now here's the medal ceremony. And it's so,
7th before 8th? Oh, all right.
I don't think the 8th place showed up.
Right.
I don't know what the deal was, but
Right. Yeah. See, there's Jalen Benson.
oh yeah,
He was so athletic and strong.
that's Coach Up Church.
Yeah, that's Christian Denny. I wrestled him at a duel at Montgomery County, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So he was ranked 2nd at that time. And I was ranked like 5th or 6th, and I ended up, I pinned him.
Oh, did you
I
really?
ended up pinning him there.
So all the time in the mat room, all the weight room, all the travel and stuff for this season paid off. As and there's Coach Matney. Much love for Coach. He just passed away. Putting the medal on you. On top of the world, heavyweight state champion. And there's Coach giving you your plaque. All right. So I'm sure you probably watched it several times before this. Every time you watch it, you pick something up about yourself, or you like, man, I wish I'd have known this.
Every time I watch it, all right, so I don't know. I just wish I drug him back in bounds. Like I wish I'd worked harder to drag him back in bounds whenever he'd circle out. That's pretty much all and I don't know, that's about it. And wish I'd gotten the front headlock on the right side whenever he shot that shot, because that bugged me whenever Coach Matney was like, Byron, man, you know that was wrong, right? And I was like, yeah, I know it was, Coach. I was just trying to, trying to get through.
It worked. Again, we're going to echo, if you have the 2019 state finals, heavyweight especially, please contact me, reach me on social media, leave a comment here on the video. We just want it so we can tell the 2019 stories and Byron's. And like I say, he's got 2 years of eligibility left. I'm looking forward to doing the NAI state championship or NAI national championship video. Byron, let's put a bow on this one. Wrap it up with, you've been here twice. You had some really good wrestlers to look up to. You had JJ. You had Ryan Harlow, state champion heavyweight. You had Jordan, 2-time state champion. I know they gave you advice. We know, several people are going to be watching this. Hundreds of people, thousands of people are going to be watching this. To somebody that's the first time in the state finals, what piece of advice would you give them?
Wrestle it like it's any other match. That's the hardest thing to do. Whenever it's your first time in the finals, you've blown it up for so long in your head that to you it's more than just a regular wrestling match. But if you go out there and wrestle like it's just any other wrestling match, you're gonna be all right.
That's a good piece of advice. Thank you guys for watching. We have got a absolute truckload, busload of videos coming. I'm not going to tell you by the time I get this up, I still have a little bit more people to contact, but I'm going to Christian County. Christian County Hoptown. We're doing a 2-day event out there. I've got 2 or 3 days of Woodford County wrestlers lined up. I've got some Northern Kentucky flavor coming at you. I've got Sheldon Clark, Martin County. I've got some more Johnson Central guys. All LaRue County, Lawrence County, the Mertens, if you remember the Mertens. I've got so many guys reaching out. You guys are so receptive to the videos, and they're wanting to tell their stories as well. I just can't say thank you enough. That's all we got for Byron Pierce's 2018 Heavyweight State Championship win. Again, please, if you have the 2019 video, get up with us. We just want to be able to tell the story. That's all we got. Check out Byron Wrestling at Midway University. We'll see you guys on the mats.